for the first time or experiencing the CCs, just something that comes up in a conversation. And feel free to ask each other a question or whatever, just to do a little bit more of a chat. Who knows where we'll use that, but while we've got everyone here and we're on the page, we might as well just open it up for a discussion. Yeah. What's going on, Rach?
Well, you know what I think, because I blogged about how awkward it was.
Yeah. Is that on, Kim?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
That my immediate fear, because I'd been to an AA meeting once before, but I was studying alcoholism and the effects of alcoholism, and I was there in a different role. But that was still very hard for me to get out of the car. Coming to this group, knowing that I was fronting up as a participant, my biggest fear was that I would see somebody I knew, or somebody would recognise me from work or the community, or parents from my kids' school or something. There would be somebody that I knew. Yeah. And did I have to walk in and say what I was there for? Yeah, how much did I have to reveal to a bunch of strangers was my biggest fear. And would the lighting be okay? Was it dark enough so nobody could see me rolling my eyes, or, you know, was it going to be really bright and scary?
And what did you get?
Oh, it was completely the opposite. I was, the lighting was good, was completely as interactive as I wanted it to be. I could talk to people if I wanted or not. There were people that weren't talking. There were people just sitting. There were a couple of people talking. I also felt, because I hadn't started at the first one, that I might have felt like I didn't belong. I might have felt disconnected because everybody had done the first one and I'd come in on the second one and I thought, I don't know what to do. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know what to expect. Yeah. So not knowing the process was frightening. Yeah. But they pretty quickly explained what was going to happen, and I was like, right, okay, I know what's coming up, and I don't have to be such a control freak about it. Feeling out of control was probably the biggest thing.
Yep. What was your experience?
Well, I brought my son for the first time, thinking that he was the one that needed the help. And that was very comfortable for me until someone turned around and said, it's a family problem and you need to come, but you won't be able to come with him. And I think I just put a lot of trust in that person on that day and showed up very uncomfortable, very, I would say probably judgmental, trying to judge every aspect of it. This isn't what I expected. But I just kept saying to myself, I'm going to trust this process and see it through to the end. But all the while, a lot of mind chatter going on in the back saying, it's really uncomfortable in here. Or people are really quiet. Am I supposed to say something? Is it okay to cry? Or what if I cry in front of all these people? No one's looking at me when I speak. Am I supposed to shake my head? But over time, most of those things, I felt lighter in the end after the meeting, after the groups, and I thought, well, that's something to pay attention to, and maybe doing things completely differently than I expected or was actually the key to getting somewhere on these, with these particular issues around addiction and the family dramas that I was having.
Cool. Thanks. I'm just amazed though that, it's just by doing one of the conscious choices, so just someone speaking about it, then just going through the meaning, that you just sit there and it's like
I don't know, the penny keeps dropping, and you have all these awarenesses about, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. And then, you know, even going back in, you know, just the thoughts keep threading back in through childhood, and then to just random events and comments that someone's made. And, you know, it's almost like all the jigsaw pieces start, you know, coming together with all these random, you know, memories. I like that process. It's just, you know, that suggestion, that explanation, and then, you know, to have the relief that comes through being able to put the jigsaw pieces together and know that, you know, I'm in charge of it. I can, yeah, that I can work with that. Yeah, it makes it feel a lot better.
The first night I walked into a group was like all the jigsaw puzzle pieces falling into place again. I hadn't been around addiction closely for about 5 years. And I came to a group with no preconceived ideas, and it was a full house. Every chair was full. I sat down and I thought to myself, how useful can this be? Because it's been 5 years since I was closely involved with anything to do with addiction. And it was actually really, really emotional, and it brought a lot of things to the surface that I actually hadn't thought about in a long time, or maybe dealt with. But it was a wonderful release for me, and something that I thought I had dealt with, I had not until I stepped into that group.
Yeah, I think what I got, and especially now it's a year later, and you know, the stories, the heartfelt stories, and you know, I am me, and no, I am you, and you are me. Like, it was that every one of those stories was either something I totally related to, or had felt in my own life, or had the experience of. And I think I sit in groups now, and I'm just in admiration of so many people who share their deepest, darkest secrets. And as somebody said to me once, it's one of these groups that you can come to, and no matter, you know, you can say that you've done the worst thing in the world to people and everyone loves you more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just have such a, my heart just melts with what people can manage in their life and get through. And, you know, I hear people say, you know, about addiction. To me, people with addiction have been the biggest survivors, and the skills that they have is just absolutely amazing, some of the things that they've been through. And yeah, so anybody talks to me about, you know, a person with addiction or any other, whether it be depression, anxiety, to tell me that they're not brave, or they don't have a heart, or they're, you know, they're not capable of, or any of those things, I laugh. Because to me, they're the bravest people I've ever met. And I hear that daily. I'm so lucky.
Cool.